Yo, Ronin radio on the mains, you get me? We connecting the whole chain, no delays, we're ahead of the game. This ain't just pixels, it's a digital frontier. Got the ecosystem locked in, crystal clear. Every single update, we're the first to bring it. Block by block, hear the community singing. Ronin radio, the new meta. Ronin radio, stay connected.
Oh, Caesar produced the gifts,
All right, GM, everybody, welcome. Come on in. Welcome, Ronin fam, and welcome back to the Ronin Radio. My name is Gunlock, and I'm probably going to be changing that one to Adrian because that seems to be the meta right now. Everyone just doxing their names, and I'm probably just going to be sticking to Adrian soon. But joining me on the stage is none other than my beautiful co-host from France, Mr. Stark.
GM. Can you hear me okay? I've got a temporary setup going. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you fine, Mr. Stark.
So,
I should be starting calling you by your real name because that's
no. So in chat,
shout out to Logic for starting that one.
Anybody in chat who knows my real name, let's see who the real ones are. I need to test. We weren't able to do it. I need to switch between microphones on StreamYard. Let's see. I do the 3. So this is number 1.
Okay.
2. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Anything?
A lot better.
It's better, but then I can't hear you. So.
Oh no.
Is this
What's
better?
The other option? Okay, that's fine.
This is the third option. Are all better than the first one?
Yeah, that's a lot better than the first one.
Okay, but
Third
then I can't hear anything, so that's
God.
lovely. What about if I do?
What if you
Back
do
to the shitty one.
I
Is
think
this good or is it
we
bad?
can settle for that one. We can settle for that, I guess, if that is the only option.
Okay,
That you
perfect.
can hear us.
Yeah.
All right, how is the weather right now?
Very hot. It's 40 degrees right now. And I just went out for lunch, and just for like a 5-minute walk, I feel like dying. But I'm in Italy. I had my Italian espresso, and I'm ready to cook.
Jeez. Having coffee on a hot day sounds very Filipino.
Yeah. Well, every day is a hot day in the Philippines, isn't it?
Exactly. But we still have coffee during the hot days because we don't give a shit, bro. We're gonna drink our coffee. All right, but we are not gonna be doing a lot of coffee talk tonight because we are gonna be talking about growth. And joining us on the stage is none other than the head of, or the growth lead of Ronin and Sky Mavis. We have on the stage Mr. 0xRoosta. Welcome to the show,
GM.
sir. GM.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see you, Gunlock and Stark.
Finally, someone with a good mic on this show.
A good mic, but no camera, it seems, you know?
Yeah. That's what we get away with a lot just by showing off our ugly mugs, and then people forgive the bad mics.
That is the way to go. All right. Rusa, for those that don't know you or have not heard of you, can you give us like a quick rundown of like who 0xRoosta is, what you do, or how you came into Sky Mavis and all that stuff?
Yeah, for sure. Let me know if it gets a little bit too long for you guys. I'll try to keep it short. So I joined Sky Mavis about 4 years ago now. I was formerly Chica on Twitter, and Roosta is actually the evolved version of my PFP, or my handle, sorry. Yeah.
That is why I don't recognize it. I'm like, who the hell is Roosta?
Oh.
He was Chica. Okay, that makes more sense now. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I was involved with. I got started with Sky Mavis. This was 2022, and these were the days where Homeland was just launching. Ronin was. There were no other games other than Axie, on Ronin, and we were gearing up for the DPoS launch, which was going to be the first moment when third-party games were going to come onto Ronin. And so it's been a wild ride. So I've been here through that. We did the DPoS launch. We had a handful of games go live. I was actually playing Wild Forest on browser. It was the alpha version. And because I was playing so early, I always had access to the browser version, even when they killed it at one point. So it was one of my favorite games back in the day. So anyways, I've been on the team since those days and saw, the surge, the rise of pixels. I was there when Classic came back. Was helping out more in a copywriting and social media capacity back then, and just recently, so I guess about 6-7 months ago, at this point, 7-8 months ago, I became the Ronin growth lead, and I'm happy to be here. I know I see the same things that you guys see out there, in the trenches. So I'm not naive about that, but I am happy to be here, and I've seen the Ronin community, the Axie community grow over the past 4 years, change a lot, transform. And that's kind of the rough overview of my journey. I can get into specifics, but that's the long and short of it.
That's awesome. So you were from a chica, and now a rooster.
That's right. Correct.
Okay, I love that. Okay, it was really interesting to know that, because I was going through Twitter. I mean, I was going through the Axie Discord, because you mentioned that you did Axie prior, or you were the guy that was replying or posting the announcement on Axie Discord, and I was like, I don't remember a Roosta, and then you mentioned that it was Chica. Okay, I do remember.
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, all those announcements, the Chica announcements, those were all me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did check your Discord handle. It was Roosta, and then the actual username was something Chica. So I was like, okay, that makes more sense now. Good to know. Yeah. Good to know. Now, okay, we have a couple of questions, a good amount actually, and it's more about what you are doing on Ronin. So we're gonna start and kick it off with the big picture here, and where Ronin stands today and how it got here. So the first question that we have for you tonight, Roosta, is that what does growth actually mean for Ronin right now? Is it new user acquisition? Is it having new builders? Or is it something else entirely that you could probably share to us, if that's something else, or what that's something else?
Sure. The way that I look at growth on Ronin is that Ronin is now this open ecosystem, and every single builder, has a shot at making it big. And we've seen that play out before and after Open Ronin. Right now, Axie is having a bit of a moment, or it's had a bit of a moment with terrariums. We've got teams launching their own, doing their own thing, some collaborating, some not. But the way that I see growth on Ronin is really, it's an ecosystem thing. There was a time when Ronin was a closed ecosystem, and it was a lot easier to articulate or to pinpoint exactly, what the thing was that people wanted to see more of. But right now, now that Ronin is open and has been open for a while, the ball is in the hands of the builders, really. And so when it comes to growth, that's why something like, proof of distribution, that's why honor starts to matter a lot more, because this lays infrastructure out in front of builders that they can leverage, that they can use to grow in their own way. And so to answer your question, is it user growth? I would love to see user growth for sure. The way that we conceive of it is we want to support the builders as much as we can that are on Ronin. We know, and I know, that crypto is also a cyclical industry, so we're going to see ebbs and flows of users and attention even on crypto. But if we have high quality builders, if they're shipping, if we're supporting them, to me, that's how an ecosystem grows.
Gotcha. So it's more basically around how the builders, or how Ronin is supporting the builders that are growing the ecosystem, or their own ecosystem, is how I understood that. But is there no direct I guess growth coming in from Ronin, or is it just more on really supporting those that are actually creating experiences, creating those builders that are doing their thing right now? Is it just more on that?
Sorry, what do you mean, Gunlock? Can you phrase it differently?
Because how I understood it, right? The way that I understood what you just said is it's just more on supporting those that are actually building, those that are creating those experiences for the current users that we have. But is there no growth in a sense of the action plans that Ronin is doing to have that, I guess, growth, quote unquote?
Well, the growth of new users, of people from outside our ecosystem, is going to come from the experiences that exist on Ronin, right? The games, the apps, the opportunities. And so right now, right, Sky Mavis is building Axie, and we have a lot of third-party builders as well, right? We have a lot of teams on Ronin that are shipping, and that's going to be the main source of growth, right? Is how are these builders going to do? How is Axie going to do? Yeah. Does that answer your question?
I guess what Gunlock's trying to ask, I think, and what the community wants to know is more so like what active roles is because I guess more specificity of like what does supporting builders mean, because I think a lot of the people in the community think that especially because things are being done behind the scenes, obviously you can't do everything in public, but it seems like it might be a bit passive at times. Like it just seems like waiting for other teams to build products to attract new users, as opposed to like what does Sky Mavis actively do to help that happen? Like what just if you want me to be more specific, like what are the ways that teams building can communicate with you guys? Are there open channels? Or because I saw a tweet the other day where it was just like, if anybody building on Ronin needs, and it just, I forgot what the exact wording was, but it was a bit like reach out to us or something like that. And for me, and I think for a lot of people in the community, it would be like nice to know, like what are the, even let's just say for the more established teams, what are the ways that they communicate with you guys, and how does that look like? For like them communicating what they need from you guys, how does that work if without needing to cite a precise project?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there are different teams that have joined our ecosystem at different points. And so some teams that joined our ecosystem a long time ago, obviously over the years, they got a different kind of support, and context was different back then. Right now, we're interested, we're open to, indie developers who want to come and build on Ronin. And actually our team put together a really great indie game starter guide to help these teams, have a checklist basically of what they need to do, things that metrics they can hit or targets they can aim for. And shout out to Jace. Jace did a lot of the heavy lifting there. And so that's one resource that's available. We are interested, I mean, the Ronin growth team, if we see a great experience or a great game or a great app, we want to support them with, marketing support, or, we're open to having a conversation with them to find out if there's something more that we can do. But it's always going to come down to the individual builder, their potential, where they're at in their journey, how far along they are, how ready they are. I'd love to give you a specific answer. I hope this is answering your question, but it really does come down to each individual team. And I think we can probably do a better job of opening the door a little wider and being a little bit louder about that. But that said, we are open, of course, to teams that want to come on and ask us, hey, how can I grow? And we want to have an answer based on what they're trying to build, where they're trying to go.
Okay. Well, I think it's like is there a point of contact? Where is that like if I'm a builder on Ronin, because I've spoken to a few people, even some guys, it's just like, the little websites, a thing like that, without whether it was an Axie tool or a thing like that, where they didn't even know they didn't even know who to contact. And I think being more vocal about that might be good, like if the main growth strategy is making sure that there's good tools, then we need to make sure that builders know who to contact. Without a doubt, it needs to be like the fact that I think a lot of builders don't necessarily know who to go to, how to go to, or that, because I guess once their name is, once a project is known, like Moku, for example, they know who to talk to. They don't have a problem like that. But I think more the friction behind a new builder not knowing who to reach out to might be something to maybe not to look at, but because we don't know how you guys are working, etc. But more so, that was where the questions were coming from.
Well, yeah, I mean, in that case, the people they can reach out to, right, are me, NFTero, Jace, and also reach out to Jiho. Although I think reaching out to NFTero, myself, or Jace are the better options just to start. We had the Ronin Vanguard. We got off to a good start about half a year ago with the Ronin Vanguard, and I think we can be, like I said, more vocal about who the community can reach out to for sure.
Yeah, but even go ahead, Gunlock. Sorry.
Yeah. To add on to that one, I did stumble upon the Ronin Builders Discord, which I think would be the avenue of or a place where people can start, or like builders can start, like the indie teams that want to jump in onto Ronin. I'm not sure if that is made publicly or posted publicly, but there is a Discord, I believe, for Ronin builders, and I think Jason is on that one, and several other people from Sky Mavis, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's in the chat.
Yeah, it can be a resource. I would encourage any builder who's interested in checking out the Indie Starter Guide first and following the steps. I mean, there are resources, but there are other resources, but it might be hard, if everything's a bit scattered. So start with the guide, and we can have a look at what it would take to just be more vocal and maybe clean things up if it is confusing for new builders, because it's a good point.
Gotcha.
So you mentioned the Vanguard. What else, like what other things would you consider as like a big win growth wise this year? In what's in your short 7 months? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. We came into a bear market. The team was, we've seen huge highs on Ronin. We came into a bear market. The way that we were still able to innovate and make something that didn't exist before, I'm thinking of proof of distribution, I thought was a big win, because that took a lot of vision from the team to look ahead and say, okay, we don't need something short term. What's going to help us in the long term? What's going to be good and healthy for the ecosystem in the long term, even if the vision isn't clear today? So that took quite a bit of execution. And then if I had to pick one big win, I would say it would be Ronin's homecoming to Ethereum. So it was the largest state change, or the largest migration of data in history, according to the Boundless team. It went off without a hitch. It brought us closer to Ethereum, and that was quite a bit of heavy lifting for the team. So that's I would say that was maybe the biggest win.
I think we can count that as a win. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was definitely a big win coming back to Ethereum. But aside from that, though, is there anything that probably people are not talking about, like something that flew under the radar that we don't know of, that that you can probably talk about more, or that you feel like, oh, this was supposed to be a win that no one is talking about? Is there something like that?
Gunlock, I think you guys have your ears to the ground pretty well. I think we probably know a lot of the same stuff. In terms of things, it sounds like, are you asking me about something that we expected to be bigger than it was, or something that didn't pan out?
I don't know. It could be anything that you think that people should have been talking about it, or because I think there are a couple of things, right? Like Terrarium was big, but aside from anything Axie, I don't think there was any. Or was there any game that you guys may have been that may have launched or something? But I don't know. I'm just trying to. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Moku's Grand Arena was a big launch, and it was a big deal for Moku and also for Ronin. And they kept going after the season ended, right? And there were prediction markets that I don't know the current status, if they're still live. I think not. But I was excited for the prediction markets. I think we didn't see the growth that we would have hoped from that. But, you know, when I think of Moku, I think of a team that's constantly iterating and experimenting, and they're just on to the next thing, you know? And so on one hand, yeah, okay, you know, Grand Arena Season 1 was a big deal. Prediction markets may not have been as big a deal, but they just kept moving and kept shipping. And that's the kind of team that we like to have in the ecosystem. They keep trying things. They build, they test, they assess. Did it work? Yes, no. What do we continue? What do we change? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was indeed a big win there. Moku was indeed, you know, it may have not panned out in terms of the prediction market part, but they did well in terms of the actual gameplay. I enjoy the Monkey Mayhem. The gameplay itself is just wacky and it's fun to watch and cast. And yeah, I just love that game. And yeah, all right, good stuff. So let's keep it going here. Let's talk about looking ahead, Roosta. Let's talk about what it actually takes for builders to break through. Like, what does, because you mentioned about the guide, right? But can you talk to us more about what the specifics or anything that Sky Mavis is looking at when deciding which teams to actively support?
Sure. I mean, the things that will make a team successful, there are some things that are consistent across lots of different teams. And then there's also, you know, the X factor of what your game or your app brings to the table that's different and why it's so exceptional, why it stands out, you know, among the crowd. And so, I mean, what we've seen is that teams that ship fast and that iterate quickly tend to do well. Teams that keep building regardless of market conditions and don't sort of chase the meta too much, you know, tend to do well. The metrics on proof of distribution are also good North Stars to think about. So the whole system is designed, right, to reward the things that we've identified correlate with the growth of the ecosystem and the growth of Ron. And so, you know, NFT volume, DEX volume. I think there's total contract volume, gas spent, and also new users. I think that's all of them. Yeah. And so these metrics, right, if you're thinking about these, if you're thinking about how can I grow my NFT volume, that's going to set you in the right direction in terms of what kind of next steps will help you grow. And yeah, so these are sort of stock things that any team can be thinking of. And the guide is pretty comprehensive and proof of distribution as well. You know, in terms of X factor, like we saw some teams come out completely out of left field and have something that no one else has. And obviously that's a good thing, or it can be a really good thing. So, you know, Moku's another good example of that. They came out and they had Moki Mayhem. It's an AI powered game. It's really unique. Steep learning curve, kind of has this prediction market element to it, right? And it's just unique. There's really nothing else like Grand Arena. So something like that, you know, if your game is doing something that no one else is doing, that's innovative, that's going to attract attention from the team for sure, also from, you know, the community. So those are some things that builders can think about.
Gotcha. It has to be something different, something that will also be aligned with the proof of distribution. So I guess the advice, because the next question is going to be the advice that you can give to small teams or small indie teams. But I guess the answer to that one is just look through first on the guide that was set up. Is that posted somewhere? Is that on Twitter?
Yeah, let me send it to you. We have it on Substack, and I will send you the link right now.
All right, we're gonna have that posted in the chat as well. Shout out to the folks. Yeah,
I have just a follow-up question, I guess, because it's been, you said 7 months trying not to say the 6-7, 6-7 in a row. But we're at the midpoint of the year. What are things?
Yeah.
What are things that you're hoping to do that you haven't been able to do yet this year? If we view now kind of as the midpoint of the year, what are things that you either wish you would have done better or rolled out but haven't had a chance to yet? How does the next half of the year look like for you in terms of things that you haven't been able to do yet?
Sure. Yeah. In 6 months from now, the market is going to look very different than it does right now and today. And so what's exciting about crypto and what's interesting about our industry and why probably a lot of us are here in the first place is that there's a lot of opportunities there's a lot of teams that join when times are good, and they, when times are bad, they may leave. But when the market does change, right, there are new metas that come out. There are new innovations. There's new ways of building, new kinds of builders come up. And I mean, if you look back, nobody really could have predicted the rise of NFTs, for example. Nobody really could have predicted the rise of meme coins. I mean, you can sort of approximate. Maybe you could have had some kind of prediction that something like that would happen, but it took most people by surprise, right?
Yeah.
That's crypto, right? Other industries aren't like that. They don't move that fast. So 6 months from now, I expect the market to look different. Right now, we believe in the roster of builders that we have on Ronin. We've got teams who've proven that they can ship good games that people love, good experiences people love. And we believe that they'll keep doing that. And in 6 months from now, there will be new builders. There will be people trying new things. And to answer your question, Stark, I want to make sure that we're ready to capitalize on those opportunities when they do come up. So something like proof of distribution, something like Honor, these are infrastructure things we're laying out. They may be boring. They may not be exciting in the moment, but this is going to help be a bit of a springboard for the future builders. And I want us to be ready. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, nice. I have I guess linked to that question, another follow-up, because you mentioned Honor, etc. You're talking about obviously like builder score, etc. Correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Are there any plans to in the same time frame, I guess, to work on user score as well? Because I could see that that's almost just as important, maybe even more important, if new users are coming in to use these to use the users that are here now as a bit of a benchmark to be able to flesh out a system of measuring to build a good user score. If new users are going to come in, how to differentiate and how to make sure you're tracking good users versus less good users.
Yeah, we're very interested in that, and so we're working on it. Some of this stuff has to move slowly because it requires some. It does require some governance infrastructure to be in place, but 100%. We see the value of user reputation scores, and for reference, when I say Honor, I do. That's what I'm referring to. So yeah, proof of distribution is the builder score, and then Honor is the user score.
Okay.
100%. I mean, I agree with what you're saying there, Stark.
When you say what's that? Governance. You're talking because you mean like Ronin governance?
Yeah.
Specifically, then, isn't that like how far along is that? I didn't think that was that. I know the AXS governance has been worked on for a long time and it should be soon TM. But what about if we're waiting for Ronin governance things? That could delay it a lot, couldn't it? I don't think it's that. Last I heard, anyway.
Yeah, we need to get you guys an update on governance. It is moving. It's moving slowly. Axie governance also moved very slowly for a while. Yeah. But we need to get an update for you guys. It's let me get back to you on that one.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Okay, now if you could just quickly paint a picture for me, Roosta, where do you see or where do you want Ronin in terms of like the numbers or in terms of like the games that are on it to be in, I don't know, 3-5 years? How does that look like for you?
In 3 to 5 years. I've got a cold here. So in 3 to 5 years, I'd love to see the builders that are here still going. I'd love to see the community members that are here to be, to be able to look back and say, wow, we've been here for whatever, 5 years, a decade, or half a decade together. I'd like Ronin to keep its core in that sense. And a lot can happen in 5 years. That's a real tough question to answer. I think that in general, the future of Ethereum is something, and the chains, in the Ethereum family, it's something everybody wants to know more about. Like we all want to know what's going to happen in 5 years from now. I think Ronin has always been good at being the place where simple experiences could live. So experiences like Axie lived on Ronin. It was easy for people to get started, even though the games may have had high learning curves. People got on board and they stayed on Ronin. Ronin had at one point, when Pixels popped off, we saw an enormous surge, right, of users coming on board. And so Ronin's always been good at that. And it's always been a place where that can happen. And I'd like to see that happen more. I'd like to see that happen beyond gaming as well. In gaming for sure. But I think if Ronin will grow even more, it will probably need to open more portals to more verticals. And a lot can happen in 5 years. So I don't want to throw out words that people are going to take out of context or anything like that. What I'd love to see is Ronin keep its core, keep what made it great, and expand into new verticals.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice to have indeed. But do you have any hints on what's coming? I mean, no pressure or anything, but anything that you can share with us tonight, that is probably coming out soonish. Maybe to the people that are in the chat. Shout out to Rare. Jace is actively there as well, supporting. But yeah, do you have any alpha for us tonight?
You want some alpha? You want some alpha? Yeah. Okay. What do I have for you? So August is actually a pretty packed month. We've got some things going on. I'm hearing that we have teams looking to launch on Ronin. I'm not going to name drop, but new experiences. I'm excited about them. Team's excited about them. This is not a promise. I'm saying August. I'm saying new experiences. It could take a little bit more time, but there's some things cooking. I think Gunlock, that's probably the most alpha you're going to get out of me. But maybe if we have another Ronin radio session in a few weeks or something, maybe there'll be more I can share.
Okay, maybe something you can confirm at that point, huh?
We'll hold you to that. Don't you worry. Well, you're going to get held to that.
We're going to be at your door knocking. Hey, Roosta, you owe us something, buddy.
Yeah. So after this, we had a few. We asked in our Ronin Radio Discord, we had a few, and on Twitter we had some. We asked the community if they had any questions. So maybe we can fly through those if that's okay with you. I think one of the first ones was your thoughts on, or if you're aware of the liquidity issues and the slippage on the Ronin wallet, like the swap in wallet that's now replaced Katana. Are you aware of that and what's being done about it? Because, for example, almost any other, let's say, Kyber swap or any Jumper, one of the a website that's used for bridging, swapping between chains. Almost anything you use is more efficient at swapping within Ronin, bridging from Ronin, than the Ronin wallet. It seems like that's using the Ronin wallet is the one where you lose the most money, and is the most inefficient at the moment on the market. Are you aware of that? And if so, what's being done about it?
Yeah.
One of these light-hearted community questions.
Of course.
But it affects
but
it affects all of us, so it's a very important question.
Yeah, it is an important question, and it drives me crazy as well. To swap and just get a rate that makes my eyes pop sometimes. I'll bring this up with the team. We know about it. We'll let me get back to you on that one.
Okay.
Definitely know about it. Definitely aware. Definitely painful. So
Yeah.
just let me get back to you.
I think maybe even without even just having it be a post from the Ronin network page or something, once you have an answer for that, because I think that needs to be actively solved. Especially we're putting everything into the wallet, but there's no point in doing that if it's that inefficient. We may as well, because it's quite a sour experience for any new users we're bringing on. We're talking about growth. We're talking about user numbers that are going to grow in the coming months. This needs to be addressed in a pressing manner, because every new person that comes in here and that's used to other ecosystems, seeing that amount of slippage and these swaps, it's one of these things that can put someone off quite quickly to a new ecosystem, that even if they're there for good products.
Yeah.
So maybe even just a more general post on the Ronin network once on the page. I mean, once you have more info on that, would be great.
Sure. There will always be slippage issues with some of the lower liquidity tokens, right? So if you're looking at a token that doesn't have a lot of liquidity out there, like a token people don't trade very often, there will always be slippage, and it's the way it is. It's like that on every exchange. But I understand. Yeah, we'll get back to you on that one.
No worries. Okay. Sounds good. Gunlock, you want to take the next community question?
Yeah. The next one that we have is, I guess you touched on it earlier, but are we getting more updates or more product features? Because right now we have the proof of distribution for builders, but we have not really seen anything on top of that one. I think it's been, or the pod has been out for like 3 months, more or less. And you spoke about honor system earlier, but we have not really seen any update on the Ronin profile, which I think is probably related to, or closely related to, the honor system.
Yeah. Proof of distribution and honor are probably the most significant things we can be working on right now. And so, yeah, you're right about the relationship between profiles and honor. We need to get an update for you guys about honor and governance in general. So when that's ready, we can share it. But those are the two most promising things in my mind right now, because we're still in this bear market lull, or depending how painful it is, could be more than a lull. But that's the kind of infrastructure that we need to have in place to be ready to seize opportunities when they come. So we'll get an update out for you guys.
In the comments right now, Sushi Nobi just mentioned that you can check your honor score today now on the pod.roninchain.com/honor.
As a user, or is it your builder score?
I think it's per wallet, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll have to check that out. I don't have my crypto wallet on this laptop, but I will check that out after.
Yeah, but that's something that we can check onto. All right, last community question that we have here. Are there any plans for creators on Ronin? Because we have pod for builders, but is there a creator program rework that's still coming out, or what does that look like for creators here on Ronin?
Yeah, that's a question that probably Nix and I could answer async. I think we're happy to support creators on Ronin as much as we can. But yeah, why don't we get back to you? Nix and I can get back to you on that one.
And okay, sounds good. More specifically, what do you call it? Like a referral code or something like that, because I know on Axie we had a referral code on app.axie, which was removed maybe over 2.5 years ago or 2 years ago, or with the announcement that it would be like maybe a year ago, between a year and two ago, but that it would be it was being removed in order to implement a better system, and it's been like a year or two of like the fact that there's not a single referral bonus on Ronin needs is probably something that would be that the community would like addressed. If you're and that's in line with like the whole creator thing, because if people are bringing people on chain and they're not getting rewarded for it, yeah. So if they could be, the two could be bunched together, asking specifically about if there are any plans for a creator code or referral codes on chain.
Sure. Yeah, right now we're focused on proof of distribution and honor, and so referral codes are something that we've talked about. I know that there were some promises made in the past as well. Right now, honor, proof of distribution are the main things that we want to be focused on. As far as referral codes go, we'll have to get back to you on that one as well.
Yeah, sounds good. Because an honorable user is also a user that brings his friends on chain,
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's we'll be looking forward to those updates, especially the ones for creators. I'm really interested in that one too. But do you have any last few words for the audience that is in the chat right now, Roosta, before we let you go? I know you're a busy guy and we're close to an hour already, but any words for our audience right now?
Sure. Yeah. I've been part of this community for a long time in the behind the scenes, coming on 4 years now with Sky Mavis. And I've seen Axie go through all kinds of transformations, Ronin as well. I remember there were times when it was hard for a lot of people to see a reason to believe in even Axie and Ronin. And I remember when there were times when Axie and Ronin were on top of the world. And so right now I see the same things that you guys see. I probably feel a lot of the same things that you guys feel. We believe in the roster of builders that we have on Ronin. We believe in laying the infrastructure, proof of distribution and honor for future growth. We're still cooking, we're still shipping. And one thing I want to make sure the community knows is that the reason I came here on Ronin Radio is because I think we need to have a portal where you can communicate with us, and we can do a better job of that. So coming here today is sort of my way of starting that up again. Myself and Eftero and Jace are probably the most community-facing people if you wanted to reach out to somebody. Expect more touch points going forward. I think it's a good thing. We both need it, and so thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, and we'll have you on in a few weeks for some follow-up questions and some more light grill.
All right,
yeah, let's bring Nix in as well so that we can have both of you in here and get more answers. All right, awesome. Okay, feel free to hop out of the call or stay. We have a couple of updates from the ecosystem. But yeah, thank you so much for your time, Roosta. And we're gonna get on to some ecosystem news roundup that has happened in the last couple of days. First up in the news is the Axie Infinity teaming up with Pindrop in Good Vibes Club for a new collab event. I'm not sure if you guys have checked it out, but you can go to the website right now. It's called pindrop.game or pindropgame.com, and you can play a match 3 type of game, and there are actually a couple of prizes in the leaderboard. One of them, I'm not sure if we can actually showcase the game here. Shout out to everyone in the chat right now. What's up, Rare, Aurora, all of you guys? Yeah,
we'll need to have Aurora on in a few in an upcoming show to get we see you. We see you. we'll have I won't say the opposing side because we're all on the same team, but I'd like to. I think it's been a year, more than a year since or Aurora was last on. So I think it's time for a follow up in September or August. But yeah,
Exactly. But yeah, the pin drop game is actually pretty fun. I played it myself. Not sure if you played it, Stark, but it's one of those games. It's a Candy Crush type of game, and just a few days ago, I posted about me being your mom, flooding your newsfeed about my high score
yes,
on this pin drop game.
I see you. It's one of the best tweets you've done in a while because I was actually thinking that before you did it. I was like, the fuck is all this spam?
Why are you spamming my newsfeed? Yeah, but the game is fun. If you have not played Pin Drop, I suggest you try it out. It's free to play, but you also have a way to buy more games, or I guess 10. I think it's $1.50 to play 10 more. And there is a leaderboard that is up right now. So for the event, I believe you get a chance to win some prizes. I forgot the list. Maybe we can have that pulled up. If we don't, then it's okay. But yeah, there's a good amount of prizes being dropped on Pin Drop, and it's something that is really fun to play. There's a lot of dopamine hits. There's a lot of shiny things inside the game. So I'd like you guys to check that out. The next one. Okay, there we go. There we go. See that? A lot of dopamine hits every time you score. The game is pretty fun. There is a mode that is the mode that is the intense one. So you have a minute to play to have the best score by matching 3 or more of the same tile, and yeah, it's really nice to play. So there's a competition going on for that one. If you are a Good Vibes NFT holder, there is a leaderboard. Top 100 gets collectible Axies, and it's for the top 10. It is going to be Japanese Axie, 11 to 50. I believe it's going to be a Nightmare, and then the rest will get Summer Axies. So if you're a Good Vibes NFT holder, there is a separate leaderboard for you, and if you are not a holder, you can actually play for free, and you get a chance to win. Yeah, the GVC NFT. That's the top spot, and the leaderboard is basically you collect the pins. So there's like 111 pins that you need to collect, and if you are on that leaderboard, top one is gonna get the Good Vibes NFT, and the rest is gonna get the Vibester. I believe that's a token for GVC. How does it use on Ronin? You don't actually need a wallet. The only time that you need wallet is when you buy extra life or extra token to get into the game. All right. The next one that we have is Yakkamon. Yakkamon pre-registration is live now. So this is a game from Sunflower Land. So Sunflower Land is launching a new game, and it is going to be on Ronin, and there's already over 35,000 signups on the Yakkamon, and unfortunately,
reminder that you to sign up they only ask for your email, and
exactly.
hopefully no one in chat got scammed by their Twitter being hacked today.
Yeah, so there has been a news of their Twitter account being hacked earlier today, so make sure to not interact with the most recent post on their Twitter account.
But it fucking kills me that we have like one game every 3 months to announce, and when we talk about it on the show, during the segment, we have to say make sure not to interact in the segment. Make sure not to interact with posts about this one game that we have every 3 months. You'd think in 2026 games would be a little bit more fucking savvy, especially if they've built other things from the creators of Sunflowerland. This is these are not things you want to see.
The intern had one job, and unfortunately, he didn't
The
do
intern,
so
is
well.
not the intern is not the owner of the page, so. But I guess yes.
So right now you can actually register on the pre-registration is live. You can sign up right now to get a chance to get in, and it's actually it looks like a fun game. I have not seen any actual gameplay mechanics of it, but the monsters that are in it looks cute, really collectible stuff, and it's a creature collecting game. From what I heard, it might be something similar to the concept is something similar to how Pal World looks like. I mean, not the gameplay, but it's more on you collect the monsters and they basically do the work for you idly. They farm, they collect stones, they chop wood and all that good stuff. And yeah, that is the game that is going to be coming out on Ronin, and it's from the Sunflowerland team.
Lovely.
And the next one that we have is another farming game. It is going to be the Ronke Rice Farm. The playtest is live. Holders of one Ronkeverse NFT are eligible. So if you are a Ronkeverse NFT one holder,
hey, that's me. That
is you. We are calling on the Bat Ronke right now to get in the Ronke Rice Farm Discord because they are doing their play test right now. Just get onto their Discord, confirm that you are a one holder, and you should be able to get access into the game, and you should be able to start playing. And Bat Ronke is there. There you go. We need to get Bat Ronke inside Ronke Rice Farm. This is the upgraded version of Ronke Rice Farm. This is no longer an idle game. This is a planting simulator and a lot of things going on Ronke in the game. So yeah, if you are interested in joining that one, make sure to get onto the Ronke Rice Farm Discord if you are a one holder. I am excited for that one, and hopefully we get a chance. Hopefully, Sushinobi, I know you're in the chat. Gunlock and Stark, we need access. Get us in the game. All right, the next one that we have is from Fableborne. Season 5 creator program is now live. If you are a creator of content creator, do videos and all that good stuff, you can join and participate in the Fableborne creator program. They have a sign-up form for that one. You can go directly onto their Twitter account. It has not been hacked, so you can feel free, and it's going to be safe for you to sign up for that. So let me see what else we got here. So this is a new way, basically, for creators to earn by making Fableborne content. Wasn't there a creator program before? I'm just not sure, but
on Ronin, yeah.
No, for Fableborne. I don't think there was one last season, but yeah, right now there is, and you can actually sign up by going to this page here. And the mechanics is also listed there. It's pretty simple. Create Fableborne season content, tag your creator code. Players can use your promo code. Oh, okay. So this is something like a referral system.
No, we don't do referral codes on Ronin Network.
But there is a referral code here. You can use your promo code.
Bad luck. I was joking. It was an allusion. I was alluding to a past conversation on the show.
I know.
Yeah. Well, you know what the Rice Farm, what they can do is you can just remove the referral code, say that it's in order to bring out a better one, and then do nothing on it for 2 years. Even though we had passed a 1% out of the Anyways.
Sushi Nobi in the chat is saying I should buy a 1 of 1 so that I can get into the game.
Yeah.
All right, I just borrowed the bat, Ronke, because start.
No. That shit ain't moving.
All right. The next one that we have is gonna be a big deal because Ronin Axie has just been featured on Ethereum's website. Ronin and Axie just got an official recognition straight from the Ethereum's own site, and you can check out the tweet or the post here, and you can go to the site. We can have that linked, and you will see there that Ronin and Axie recognized. If we can zoom in, because we can't read shit, because we're Ronke and we have bad eyesight. There you go. All right, gaming communities. No, we're not there. Okay, there we go. Layer 2 with cheaper fees. There you go. Ronin started current leading L2s for gaming included Ronin. All right, shout out to us. Where's Axie? I remember there was a Axie. There we go. MMOs. Cambria is there. Gold Rush seasonal risk to earn.
By the way, I thought about we should have mentioned Cambria earlier. There's the Cambria airdrop TGE thing. I was surprised, but I've never played Cambria, but you can still claim some boxes if you're an Axie holder, Axie user. If you have a Ronin wallet and you've been around for a while, make sure you claim your boxes.
What?
Yeah,
and so
I got the Elite Axie box and the Elite Hyper Liquid box. So you log on. We'll do a post about it on the Ronin network today. So just if you have on Ronin Radio today on the Twitter page. So if you just check on that tomorrow, we'll have a link out where you can just go. You connect your wallets, your ETH wallets, your Solana wallets, your Ronin wallets, obviously, and then you just get some boxes that you open, and you get basic, epic, rare, legendary, rarity stuff. And what those crates do once you open them up, if they're legendary, it's just a bigger allocation of the token airdrop you'll get up on TGE. So even if you've never played Cambria, you can get some, but you need to do this step. You need to go on, connect your wallets, and then do the claim. But make sure you do it all at once. Connect all the wallets at once. But we'll push out a post today or tomorrow, and then so just if you have the Ronin Radio on notification on bell, you'll see us post about that. I'll repost it as well.
Okay, I will look into that one because the last time I checked on my allocation there, I had 0. So maybe I have something, and we will check that out.
Different things, including your transactions, your transactions on Ronin. Your holdings, I think even holding a pixel land, stuff like that. There's different assets that you can hold that'll trigger the thingy-majig.
Awesome. So there are free stuff that you can get from the Cambria TGE. So you can get the box, and I guess the box is gonna be a representation of your allocation. Is that right, Mr. Star?
Exactly. So
awesome.
there's a box opening animation and the rarer stuff you get. So if you're lucky, you get a bit more, and if you're unlucky, you get a little less than the average for whatever chest you get. I think I got 16 or 20 chests. I got like double that of a friend of mine who does the dungeons every day. So when was it?
In 24 hours. Are we late?
Okay. When was this?
August 5.
What time? How many hours do the people have? Because tomorrow might be too late then.
Oh no, we're cooked.
Is it 24 hours past?
We can take a look at their site and see if we can.
No, but if it says 24 hours, I just don't know what the local time is on that post.
All right. Boom says yes. 10 p.m. now. Oh no, unfortunately. GG's.
Yeah, never mind. Forget. Let's just scrap that thing. GG, well played.
GG's. Well, you FOMO'd everyone there. Thank you, Mr. Star.
Yeah, everyone has an illusion of an airdrop. That just means no for me, I guess.
Oh man.
Oh no.
All right. All right, going back to the Ethereum's website. We just got recognized Axie among and Ronin games as well. Cambria, one of them, biggest MMO coming out on the Ethereum network. So yeah, there's a lot of mention of Ronin games there. What else is mentioned? Atia's Legacy, on-chain MMO.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Atia's legacy, I think also what's clear here after today's show is that there's because we asked a lot of questions, we didn't get a lot of answers. There's a lot of things that I, like I didn't learn anything new today. I think from talking to Roosta, I think a lot of the all if not most of Sky Mavis's resources are being put into Atia's legacy. Because a lot of things we talked about here were things that were already talked about and promised months ago. And to not get an update on a lot of things means that all the eggs are being put in the Atia's legacy basket, it seems. So
I don't think it's just limited to Atia's legacy because there had
Axie
been
product, I guess.
Axie. Yeah, I think Axie primarily is where I guess the resources are. Because they did have the most recent one, the Pindrop, and months before we had Axie Den of Misery, so that we had that collab as well. But those were specific to Axie. So, but there is hope though. I mean, in terms of like, there is something being worked on, which is that it's just that we need that update to happen soon.
Yeah, but we also need things to be shipped. We talk about small builders being noticed by shipping and iterating, and we're not seeing a lot of that on. We're seeing some of it on Atia's legacy. We're seeing it on terrariums. There's certain aspects of the Ronin network that we're seeing no shipping, no iterating. So we need to also be working on that. And if things are being shipped, and that's where Rooster was saying, I feel like at least half the questions he said, either let me whether they need to update us on it. So that there is hope in that regard, but it needs to be better communicated. So I'm waiting in the next month or so, in the next 2 to 4 weeks, to have a lot of updates on things that we thought weren't moving along at all. And I hope to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, hopefully same as how you were surprised with a terrarium.
Yeah,
the updates were dropping left and right. Hopefully we do get that now that we have that communication, and he did admit it as well, right? Like he is happy that we have him now on the show because it's getting him closer to the community. Because at the start of the show, there are chat there, Aurora asking or was it Brit that was asking who Roosta was. But yeah, there has to be that level of communication coming in from the growth lead himself.
Absolutely.
Maybe more active on the socials, maybe talk more about the direction, that sort of stuff. Because we need that guiding light on where we're going and where headed. And speaking of terrarium, we have the last update here. It's gonna be a fun one because I know the winner. This guy is the winner, Mr. Shader, #1, getting the first prize for the terrarium plot design contest. There's a couple of them that won.
Yeah, but that's just cheating when you have those Ave you have the Ave OG floating things in the Ronin spaceship. I mean, how can you not? That's just that's wallet dip, and that's smacking us with his fucking wallet. I'm jealous.
Shader just flexing on everybody.
I've liked those floating Ave ghost things are probably my favorite land item since that it's the thing that I think about when I think about land items since 2021.
Yeah. Those are
They're
beautiful.
so cool.
And he has 4 of them.
Yeah.
You're just flexing on us, Mr. Shader. I love you, but you are just yeah. Those look good though.
Sorry. Congrats. Instead of shitting out of jealousy, we should just be congratulating.
But look at the arrangement that he did on the Axies, though.
Oh, the color
combination.
Color. Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
It's like the meme where it's just like, congratulations, I'm so happy for you.
That's us right now. Us, we just I only have the Savannah. You have the Savannah, so we are like
these altars are only 3. I'm buying one. I'm sweeping the floor. $3. I thought back in my day, Pepperidge Farm remembers that they were very much more expensive.
Back in my day, these things were
Pepperidge
pretty
Farm.
cheap. All right, so these are the winners. We have a couple of more. I think there were 5 of them. That is gonna be splitting the AXS or the BXS reward for this. Congratulations to you guys that are still being active in the space and joining the contest that we have here. Pretty dope. This signs. I think the second place also looks good. If we can look at the second place as well. All right, we're just looking through that one. And yeah, that is the update that we have on the Ronin ecosystem. I do hope you guys enjoyed the conversation that we had with Roosta. And yes, there is a need for better communication.
Also, I feel follow up. Like it's the first time we've had him on. So I think, but we'll more than gladly take him up on his offer to come back in a few weeks when he'll have first of all the answer to a lot of these questions, because these are some of these questions are quite tough to answer, but we need those answers. We need those answers, and especially like he very aptly puts, the landscape and the market's going to look very different in 6 months. So if we like building, if the most important time to build is when things are in lull, this is crunch time now. This is not the time to not have answers, to not be able to give answers, because otherwise other projects will take off and not the projects on Ronin. We need
some guiding light to where we're headed, and how we're gonna get there. There is definitely a need for that one, and communication is the number one way of actually doing it. So yes, and this is the place where you can do it. Ronin Radio, and just like that, we have spent an hour and a half, I guess, talking to you guys and getting more information on what's happening. And there is going to be more information as promised from the growth lead of Sky Mavis Ronin. And hopefully we're going to get it in the next couple of weeks or in a couple of months, and hopefully not the next 6 months when the landscape is a lot different.
One step at a time, one show at a time, we'll get there.
Exactly. Maybe next week, maybe the week after, but we will get there as long as we hold our hands together.
Especially if we have Aurora on the show to spice things up a bit. Well needed spices.
Yeah, we need Aurora. We're gonna send a chat to Or right now and see if we can get him onto the next show, because we'd love to hear your thoughts and would love to speak with you. And yeah, that is gonna be it for the Ronin Radio.
Yes.
This has been Gunlock, and thank you so much for joining us, my lovely co-host.
Thank you, sir. I'm pointing the wrong direction again, but that's okay.
No, it's the right one.
No, I'm on the other side. Anyways, pleasure to see you all again. I'm gonna go back and lie in front of the air conditioning because it's 40 degrees, 90% humidity, and I am dying. I think you can tell by how red I am.
Yeah. You need some AC going, Mr. Shark. Thank you again for joining. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Listen, yo, Ronin Radio on the mains, you get me? We connecting the whole chain, no delays, we're ahead of the game. This ain't just pixels, it's a digital frontier. Got the ecosystem locked in, crystal clear. Every single update, we're the first to bring it. Block by block, hear the community singing. Ronin Radio, the new meta. Ronin Radio. Stay connected. Listen, yo, Ronin Radio on the mains, you get me? We connecting the whole chain, no delays, we're ahead of the game. This ain't just pixels, it's a digital frontier.
Not a chance that I can't hear any of you fuckers right now, and you actually are.
Oh, shut up! Block by block, hear the community singing. Ronin Radio.